Guys, we are here to watch the movie, the new Star Wars, ready to go. And actually, it's 10:45 in the morning. That's the only time I could find tickets. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, ASMR SLK here. Thank you so much for watching. This video is not ASMR, it's gonna be a review of the Star Wars movie just came out, The Rise of the Skywalker. As you know, I'm a super fan. I'm gonna divide this review into parts. The first part is talking in general about the movie, no spoilers. And when I'm gonna go more in details about the movie, there will be spoilers, so I'm gonna let you know so you can pause the video and watch it later after you watch the movie. Let's go. The first thing I'm gonna tell you is the movie is amazing. As a super fan and also as a regular person that go to see for the first time a Star Wars movie. And I'll tell you that because I went to see the movie Saturday morning, 10:45 a.m. because there was no more tickets around here in Newport Beach, and I went with my wife and she's not a super fan like me, so I could see her reaction at the end of the movie, and she was repeating a lot of time that was a good movie. She saw me a little bit silent because as a super fan, I was still digesting and thinking about the movie, all the things I saw, and she was really happy with this movie, which means, and that's the reason why I told you the movie is amazing, that J.J. Abrams gave us and made a real good movie. I saw a lot of reviews online before and after I saw the movie, YouTube, other channels, and a lot of people is talking about the movie like it is beautiful, but they are not super happy. There is something that should be more explained, and that's why I want to divide this review in two parts. The parts talking about the movie as a movie, like the saga doesn't exist, as a person that goes to see the movie, a Star Wars movie for the first time, a new kid or an adult, is amazing movie. The movie has a huge rhythm. There is a lot of stuff in this movie that is true. But the movie is emotional, it's fun, and I could see from the crowd in the movie in the theater that they responded very well and they are engaged. You get engaged from the first scrolling title in the beginning, the usual we have in every movie, and from that moment to the end of the movie, which is 2 hour 23 minutes movie, people was super engaged. You can recognize from the background noise during the movie the super fans and the regular people that sees the movie for the first time, and everybody were happy. People was clapping, people was laughing. A lot of people like me, super fan, they were crying because the movie is very emotional for us, and J.J. Abrams did a very good job about that. There are a few scenes they are really emotional. They really finish the saga. Um, but I repeat, the movie is pretty good. It's a great rhythm. It's for there are few explanations of what happened in the movie, but for us as a super fan, maybe they are not enough. Even I guess something is gonna come out, like for example, when the DVD or the Blu-ray is gonna come out, they're probably gonna have an extra that is gonna explain more for us, for the super fans. But for the regular people that went to see the movie for the first time, or they're just curious, or they don't like the saga, they're gonna have a lot of fun. It's a nice Christmas movie, a lot of action, a lot of different emotions. You're gonna be entertained for sure. So that's why a lot of reviews uh, for about the movie, they are really high because the movie is really good. One thing is very good also is the photography. The location are spectacular. The desert side or the ocean side that you see in the trailer, they're amazing. There are so many scenes that the background is beautiful, and J.J. Abrams did a good job. Um, so for for this part, I think we're done. I think there is no reason to say anything negative about this movie. Absolutely not. Anyone who goes to see the movie is gonna have a fun. It's gonna be entertaining, and it's gonna have a lot of a lot of new and old things about the saga of Star Wars. So if you see this Star Wars movie for the first time, you're gonna be very entertained. So please go to watch it. It is very worth it. Now let's start talking about more details. So if you don't want a spoiler, please pause the video and come back to watch it later after you saw the movie. Please let me know in the comments what you think about this review. What is your idea? What you would change about the movie? Tell me everything, and we can have an open discussion about the movie. As a super fan, I repeat, I love this movie. I give a vote at this movie from 0 to 10. As a regular person, probably I'm gonna give 9. It's a very good movie. As a super fan, I'm gonna give 8.5 or 8. But in general, if comparing the movie to the other movies of the saga, this is for sure one of the best. It's probably third or fourth position. I'm one of the guys that likes also the second trilogy, which is not a lot of people liked a lot. But I understand the story, so I like those two. Obviously, they are not my first movies, but I would for sure put this movie, the last movie, The Rise of Skywalker, in the first 3 movies, best movies of the saga. And it's a lot of things for us. There are so many things mixed in the movie. Not a lot of explanation, but that is understandable, because I think the problem with this movie was that J.J. Abrams directed also the first movie of this last trilogy, The Force Awakens, and I think he did a great job. The movie is beautiful, also that one, and even is a kind of let's say not clone, but reminds a lot of New Hope as a history, as a development of the story. But the movie is pretty good, and he was able to put a lot of references from the first from the all the saga, and he left a lot of open doors for developing the history for finishing this last trilogy. Unfortunately, in the Last Jedi, a lot of these open doors they were shut from the director, and that I think is the problem with this movie. And a lot of people saying the same thing in the different reviews I saw it, and so I think that J.J. Abrams gave us the best he could give us after these closed doors about the story. So that's why he got help to writing the screenplay, and that's why there is some scenes that probably they are not super explained, or for us Palpatine resurrection, or living all these 42 years sounds a little bit not weird, but there is no explanation of what happened. At least there is not clear and nice long explanation, and that's why I would in my case add some length to the movie. The movie is 2 hours and 23 minutes, so I would add few minutes, 2, 3, even 7 minutes to arrive to a 2 hour and a half. For us would be better, because we will see more movie, and J.J. Abrams could use these minutes more to give us more scenes about Palpatine, about the Leia training Rey, about the Night of Rain, a lot of other stuff that in the movie they are there, but they're not explained perfectly. Still, the movie giving us an amazing end of the trilogy, so I totally love this movie. Don't get me wrong, but going to see the details, because we know so much, and we have so much reference from the other movie, from the other 8 movies, no 8. This is 42 years story, so he had J.J. Abrams had a really hard job to do, finishing this saga, not really this a 9 movie saga. So I think he did the best. But I adding some scenes there, and it would help to for us to explain some situation. Also, it would help to develop the new characters because the Kerry Russell character is an amazing character, and I would love to see like 30 seconds more about their relationships in the past, which would explain more about Poe and about the new character. The end is pretty good. I love it. Maybe I would add some details about the people that seems be there in the seat, let's say, base, and if they are real persons or if they are just seat souls. And in the way that Ray kills the Emperor, I would add some, details too. But I repeat, we are talking about very really small things that probably they gonna add in an extra disc in the Blu-ray or DVD that's gonna come out to explain to us, the super fans, what happened and how it works. Keep in mind also that a lot of explanation on these movies they are in the comics and in the cartoons because a lot of references like the seat map they come from the cartoon. So if you're a super fan you're supposed to know all of it. So I suggest if you're a super fan but you don't have all the details, you especially when you are my age, you probably don't go to see the Clone War, I mean the cartoon. Uh, I saw it actually, and I can tell at least part of it. But in those cartoons and in the other comics, so a super fan really knows all the details, so he can recognize the explanation in this movie. Uh, there is a lot in this movie. There is a lot. The rhythm is crazy. You have no time to unfocus yourself from the movie, which is a great thing. That's why I'm telling you, J.J. Abrams did an amazing job. I want to spend a few words also about the actors uh, because I'm pretty happy with especially with the new cast. I think that Daisy Ridley, Ray, and Mr. Driver in Kylo Ren, they were the best actor in this movie. They did a good, actually great job. Every scenes with both of them is amazing. Their relationship, their expressions, how they act in the movie, especially in the scenes we are together. They are they're really really good. They're really really captivating. I think they really grow up so much as an actor in these three movies, and she gave us an amazing performance. Driver, we know, Mr. Driver, we know is a good actor. We knew it already, but I think because in general all the acting is pretty good. I think that in this movie, for what I understood, J.J. Abrams gave the actor a little bit more freedom, and I think that's why it's better about the acting part, because every actor is seems very inside the character, so it's pretty good. Even Finn gets a new, definition. The new character Janna, the new hacker that works on CP3 C3PO. It's pretty fun. Dio, the new robot, is amazing. I think there is everything in this movie for everyone, from the young kids to the adults. As a super fan, I repeat, I'm really happy. I would put this movie as a probably second or third in my classification of the best Star Wars movie. And I want to thank you personally, J.J. Abrams, because he did an amazing job. I think that better than that, he couldn't do it. I loved him already for a while. I'm a super fan of J.J. Abrams. Also, when he did the first Star Trek movie, I loved it, and I think, and I hoped at that time that he would direct in a Star Wars movie, and thanks God it happened. I have to say that in the last trilogy, that his two movies they are pretty good, and are the best. It's not that I didn't like the Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is not a bad movie, especially for who is not a super fan. It's a good movie. There is if you take it off that part where there is the casino scenes, which is about 30 minutes, or you short it up, or you can use the time in a better way. But except for that, the movie is pretty good, The Last Jedi. I would change something at the end with the force projection of Luke Skywalker, but in general, it's a good movie. But it's not a good movie for the saga, and I think that movie gave J.J. Abrams a lot of problems, but he came out a winner from this movie. So I'm really happy for this movie. I'm really happy that I have the feeling that it's not finished here. Maybe the Skywalker is finished here, even as you see, Rey says that she's a Rey Skywalker at the end. That part two would be, the 2, 3 minutes I would add some scenes more about the Rey parents. You can see a small shot that actually I thought was Uncle Ben and the wife leaving her as a kid. There is a shot, it is like really 2 seconds. But that scenes I would use a little bit more just to see what happened, how Palpatine at the end got this child, and or maybe giving reference to the other movie with Qui-Gon Jinn when Darth Vader seems been have no father, just the midichlorian. He was born without father, real father, biological father, but just from the midichlorian. I would do something like that better. Even the idea is that one, but I would use the 3 minutes more, that I told you, to give a little bit more space on that part, because the part where Rey comes from is pretty important. This is, if you think about it, Luke Skywalker in the first movies in the 80s, it is explained a lot where he come from, who's the parents, and what happened, and even Darth Vader, so the mother, how he came out. So I would give him like few seconds more just to understand where she comes from. But at the end, with all the problems I guess he had, at the end the movie is pretty good. I hope they're gonna put a nice extra disc in the Blu-ray coming out, because I would enjoy it a lot. The scenes they have been cut. The background. One of the things I enjoyed more in this last trilogy was the extra on the Force Awakens, where there is all of them reading the screenplay. Those kind of extras. They are, for us, they are gold. So I really hope they're gonna do it. And please write down in the comments what you think about this review, what you agree, what you don't agree, and see what's happening. I think this movie is amazing, and I'm very happy with it. I'm still waiting to see it again. I probably am gonna go after Christmas to see it again when there is more calm, where there is not too much crowd, and see what I missed in the first time I saw it. Because I repeat, there is so many things in this movie that is very, for us, maybe we are super fan, maybe we get almost everything, but there is always something that you don't see, or you don't get when you're watching the first time. So, we watched the Star movies probably 50 times each one, so we need to, to watch it better. I hope that something else is gonna come out from the second view, and maybe we can talk more about it. So, but for now, my vote is a 9 out of 10, and I thank J.J. Abrams for this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon in my next video, an ASMR video, obviously. Then it should come out Wednesday, if everything goes well. Fortunately, this period is pretty busy for work and for YouTube too. So I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, click on the bell so you have notification about the new video I'm gonna post, and share this video to your friend. Okay, thank you so much, and may the force be with you.